Let's get it. Let's go. All right, welcome Gearheads, Gear Chicks, and Gear Kids. Episode number 11 it is. I want to thank everybody for viewing, supporting, following us. We love your feedback on the episodes we have here. Please continue to comment, like, follow, subscribe, get on our YouTube channel. Let's pump them numbers up a little bit. It seems like everybody's watching everything on Facebook. So we're going to try to get our YouTube numbers up here a little bit. So
yep. If you're watching this, actually, you'll be watching it on YouTube this time.
Yeah. We're going to make a little change here, and it should be for the better. So I need to hydrate here for a minute.
Ditto.
Okay.
Shit, I can't be left out.
Been a long day.
Yeah.
It's been a long week.
It really has been.
A lot of different things. You know.
I feel with the thunderstorms and
the
heat and the rain, and it just this week drug out a little bit. So, but we got a positive thing coming up here.
Oh,
our next Full Throttle's coming up
next week.
Next week. Yep. June 26th, Thursday. Just want to remind everybody that we have them last Thursday of the month. Cruise in. Any vehicle that you have is welcome. We got music, food trucks, craft vendors. We do a parts swap. So if you got any parts laying around, anything you want to get rid of, bring it here. We'll try to help you get rid of that stuff. We're just trying to make the whole reason the Full Throttle started was to give everybody a hangout on a week, one
Something
weekday.
to do.
Yeah, it was like the old Penguin days when we all met at the Penguin in Manitowoc and everybody kind of shot the shit and hung out and come and go as you please and have a little something to eat and talk cars and talk life. So that was just wanted to let everybody know. I mean, people in the community can stop down if you ain't got a car, you ain't got a cool car, bring the family down and just support a great community event that we do at the end of every month. So them go on through September. So,
yep.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah. So I got a new segment for you guys.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, I was on the old TikTok, and every once in a while some things come up in the automotive industry. And one kind of caught my eye, so I figured we'd start a new segment just all about automotive news and different things that are coming up in the industry. I'm going to try to research them things, and we'll talk about them as a team here a little bit. But the first one I noticed was I stumbled upon a clip on TikTok where a guy was talking about Ram trucks doing a new warranty program starting out in 2026. And as I dug into it here a little more, it sounds like Ram is going to start a new warranty, powertrain warranty on their 2026 Rams. I had thought it was just the 1500s, but it's going all the way through the heavy duty truck line and into the commercial vans is what I'm finding out here. It is a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, and it covers everything powertrain related, and it's just accepted to the first owner. It doesn't transfer over to the next guy that you sell it to. But it made strides from the 5-year 60,000-mile warranty.
Yeah.
So that starts in 2026.
I wonder what that's gonna do for the used car business, because people usually trade their shit in as soon as their warranties and stuff are up. So I wonder if people are gonna keep vehicles longer.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm sure they will. Back in 2008, 2009, Chrysler Fiat, when they sold they actually had a lifetime powertrain warranty on some of their stuff.
But it was only for first owner?
Only the first owner, but it doesn't matter how long you kept that car. It had a lifetime warranty on it.
Fair enough.
There were some stipulations, obviously, but I remember that when I was at the dealership.
Yeah, so it says it covers engine, transmission, transfer case, drive shaft differentials, and axles. And it's also going to be in the Performance 1500 Ram, the RHO, and the Power Wagon. And it's only offered in the United States. It says it's not being offered in Canada. I highlighted a couple things. Yeah, it's I guess 70 to 80% of pickup owners remain loyal to their brand. So they wanted to increase this because it sounds like people are keeping their stuff longer. So they wanted to extend their warranties out. Pretty neat from what I'm seeing. It looks like a really good program. Another highlight that I did is it said customers can order a 2026 Ram with the 5.7 V8 option, though it costs a little more than the Hurricane Twin Turbo i6 that effectively replaced it for a year. The throaty V8 is back in the lineup.
Nice.
Oh, that's nice.
And after it was discontinued in the 2025 model, Ram has also announced plans to return to NASCAR, pledging to be part of the Craftsman Truck Series in 2026. After being out of it for 13 years, Ram's going to compete at Daytona in 18 months, as shown with their Ram 1500 concept race truck. So that's pretty cool. I mean, to get them back in the hunt of things. So
What are the other guys running? Ford and
Chevy, Toyota.
Chevy.
Ford, Chevy, Toyota.
Right. What are they running, half tons? Or are they running like the Maverick or the
No, it's all-
Colorado Canyon? That thing, it's all half ton truck
it'd
now.
be Tundra,
Silverado,
F-150.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Because for a while, wasn't it like Dakota and S10 and all that? No.
it was always their
size?
half-ton, full-size
Okay.
trucks. Yeah. But I know they had to produce a V8 engine to be able to compete in the series. So, yeah. I don't know. You guys got anything else on that? I thought it was pretty cool. I stumbled upon it and I'm like, some of that stuff you see on the internet is bullshit. So
Yeah.
I wanted to dig into it a little farther, and I thought, well, hell, let's start doing that. When some neat stuff comes up in the automotive industry, we'll start talking about it a little bit. So
I
Yeah, I like that.
I think it's good. I think it's going to add a little bit of a cost, but I also wonder what it's going to do on the opposite end of it.
yeah, I guess
what
that was
about the independent guys that are now not going to have that kind of work, like us, per se?
yeah,
We don't see a lot of newer stuff, but we've done 2024, 2025
Yeah.
right.
stuff here.
That was my big question. What's the markup going to be now to cover this warranty? Is the price of the trucks going to go up?
They're gonna give you a subscription.
Yeah, renew it every month, right? Yeah.
Well, I mean, a heavy duty truck like you were talking is already 100, 110 without a blot of an eye.
Right. And to clarify, the heavy trucks already had a 100,000 mile powertrain warranty, but it was 6 years. Now they're going to a 10-year warranty. They're just up in the years. And that's whatever comes first, 10 years or 100,000 miles. So the second one I got for you guys is Corvette. They came out with their new ZR1 recently. I'm reading here that they're going to come out with a ZR1X Hyper. It's going to be a $190,000 to a $200,000 car, but it's going to be 1,250 horsepower.
All-wheel drive.
All-wheel drive.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Is that the one that Cletus just drove? When
That-
he went to
That was just a ZR1.
That was just a ZR1.
Oh.
Yep, this is a new upgraded thing. It sounds like they're adding some electronic drive motors to the front end,
oh my
which will add like 186 horsepower is what I was reading in this article.
Sure.
Do they have a 0 to 60 time in there yet?
So that was what I had here for some notes, Justin.
Oh.
Chevy estimates a 0 to 60 time in less than 2 seconds.
That's Tesla range.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
a quarter mile time in less than 9 seconds at over 150 miles an hour. And if the claims are true, Chevrolet will be in the hunt for the fastest car ever tested, which is now held by an all-electric Porsche Taycan. How do you say that?
Taycan?
Taycan.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, turbo GT, and that runs 1.8 seconds in the 0 to 60 time. So
That's incredible.
yeah,
And that's all going to be out of the box factory, not sent over
no,
like
that's all factory
for
car.
us. It
yeah.
was Yanko. It's all coming right.
Well,
from,
I mean, they even have Hennessy now. I wonder what Hennessy was going
Hennessy-
to do with that ZR1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they just had some specs here.
Bigger batteries.
Base price $195,000. Layout is a mid-engine rear-wheel drive 2-passenger 2-door coupe. Engine is a 5 liter 1,064 horse 826 foot-pounds with a twin turbo dual overhead cam V8 plus the 186 horsepower 145 foot-pounds torque electric motor assists on the front wheels, which will be 1,250 horsepower total, naturally aspirated.
That's probably all on the front end just to get the
Just-
initial.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Eight-
Transfer the weight.
8-speed twin electric clutch automatic. Curb weight is 4,200 pounds, 107-inch wheelbase, and estimated 0 to 60 time in 2 seconds or less. Fuel efficiency is 13 city, 19 highway.
If you're buying a vet for $200,000, I don't think you can worry about the fuel economy.
I know.
for
That's
fuel
just funny.
mileage. But yeah, here's a little picture of it. I mean, it looks just like a ZR1, but they're running this other electric motor setup on it, and I don't know, it'd be a pretty cool thing. I'll never own one in my day. I'm too big of a guy to fit in these little Corvettes, So
Right.
yeah.
I know another cool fact about that ZR1, not even the X, just the normal ZR1, comes factory with the largest turbocharger ever to be put on a production car. And they put 2 of them on.
Yeah.
I just know that this stuff turns into a dick swinging contest.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what I'm waiting
you
for.
know, now what's Dodge gonna do back?
Right,
You
they
know,
always have
they
been-
always have an answer to it,
Yeah.
or Ford's got an answer, and
Well, we've been dead there for a while. Nobody was doing anything except for Dodge. They just
Yeah.
kept one upping themselves.
times have changed, Justin.
Horsepower wars are back.
Yeah,
What does Ford have?
Electric.
electric. Yeah,
I was being serious.
No, I think you were being serious. I mean, the Raptor is basically
They have the Dark Horse.
yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
For the
It's
pickup.
like
Oh,
no,
it's
the
the
Mustang.
Raptor. I would say Raptor.
Yeah,
for
the
pickup.
Raptor's the
Mustang,
I-
Dark Horse Mustang.
They're
It's like 1100 horsepower.
the drag racing Coyotes. Them trucks are fast too.
Yeah.
All-wheel drive.
Mhm.
Like everybody had to have one in that one competition I watched on TV. So
Yeah,
like them are the trucks. They beat everybody.
Yeah, I know. Like even you watch Cletus. I watch
Yeah.
Cletus. Mr. Sam has a bone stock work truck, single cab. They slapped on a Whipple supercharger and it's smoking everyone in the races. Smoking LS turboed, LS full spray nitrous, Coyote turbo, beat all of them. And it's just a Whipple's Charge 5.0 all-wheel drive.
no shit. That's cool as hell. Yeah,
You say
And the dude's 80, by the
supercharger
way.
Being turbo?
Huh?
You say supercharger being turbo?
It's all-wheel drive. That's why he was winning.
Yep.
But both ways, this last weekend, Mr. Sam turned 80.
oh,
80 and
really?
he's drag racing everyone.
Holy shit, that's
Big
cool.
Daddy was racing, I think, until 83. I think he was running yet, right?
Yeah, look at John Force. He ain't no spring chicken anymore either.
No,
Look at Thick Head. Down
yeah,
in Plymouth.
yeah, down in Plymouth. Yeah, he's still racing Grand Nationals.
he?
Yeah, yeah. He's famous just for his name.
Yep. I didn't like racing him. He was a tough competitor, a hard competitor.
Hard competitor. One
He's a
would,
real dickhead.
one would say kind of a dickhead. Huh?
Yeah. He's good at his name.
Yeah.
That's funny.
All right, let's move on to our Facebook follower topics. I only took 3 of them today with our new segment with automotive news. Matt Vetting, he commented a couple weeks back, and I wanted to touch on this one again. Lowered versus lifted. Should 4-wheel drive trucks be lowered? And is it okay to lift a 2-wheel drive truck?
Sure.
Oh,
Well, you start then. Go
Sure.
ahead. Go ahead.
Do what
ladies
you,
first.
Go
do
ahead.
what you want. It's your truck.
Yeah, I know. What are you picking though?
Um,
You all got your opinion.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
an opinion
this
based
is an
question.
opinion.
I'm,
This ain't
I'm
about-
gonna lower a 2-wheel and lift a 4-wheel,
Yeah, damn right.
Mm-hmm.
but
Mhm.
4-wheel drive lowered truck is unique, and that's kind of cool.
What's your preference? 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive?
2-wheel
2-wheel drive.
We live in Wisconsin.
doesn't mean you have to drive in winter.
Mm-hmm.
Not all of us have bags of money.
Here, no. I would definitely drive a lowered 2-wheel drive if I could.
Mm-hmm.
What if you bring daily into this? If you had a daily it all year?
All-wheel drive on bags.
Hell yeah. I'm just trying to justify lowering the Tahoe. Thank you.
What you got, Keith?
Lower 2-wheel, lift 4-wheel.
Yeah.
Again.
I mean,
What do you think about lowering just the ass end of it, like they do in California, where it looks like a dog shitting on the carpet, and you know, just scooting its ass across the grass? You know, what do you think about that? I don't like that either. I don't know. I don't
You
know.
shouldn't breed.
No, our new YA kid keeps bringing it up, and Justin and I make fun of him.
Oh, does he?
He wants to buy
do
it.
that?
Yeah, we call it the squatting. He's like, no, I just want to lean it
Oh,
just a little
Just
bit.
a little bit?
Cali lean.
Oh yeah.
No.
Cali Lean. Tell him I can set a pile of Quikrete in the back of there. It'll be a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad did that once. Speaking of that,
He brought Quikrete home in the bag, didn't he?
no, it was actually a load of cement.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, he ran up like it was like a yard or a yard and a half short of concrete, and he had a '76 Chevy 2-wheel drive, 1/2 ton, middle of a pour, ran up short, ran the frick, put a tarp in the back, ran the fricky concrete, and they loaded the box of the truck full of ready mix, brought it home, dropped the tailgate, they raked it off, finished the pour. That truck was like this coming down Marshall Street. Holy shit! I'll remember that, and I was probably only 5, 6 years old.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do
Yeah.
to finish the job.
Get
I
it
mean,
done. Yeah. It was funny. What are you about, Chris? Lowered, lifted, 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive?
I mean, if I could make the S10 all-wheel drive, I would still slam it. I mean,
mm-hmm.
That's like a racing truck, though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me that wouldn't be badass.
Oh,
all-wheel
100%.
drive,
So why
slam
can't
to the
you?
ground.
Why
you,
can't
you can. Well, I don't know. I'd have to get it.
You got a 5.3 in there. I got an all-wheel drive transfer case I don't want.
No, I like burnouts.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to be able to shut
Put
the front
enough-
off.
Put
Yeah.
enough power to it, and you can do 4-wheel burnouts.
Yeah,
I mean,
True story.
that
I
is
saw
very true.
JH Diesel do burnouts and 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Now he's down the rabbit
Definitely.
hole.
I am
Mhm.
1000% 2-wheel drive slammed. If obviously.
All right.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. 2-wheel drives, stock height are lowered, and I always said 4-wheel drives are meant to be lifted, Nowadays things have changed. I understand with closing up wheel well gaps and stuff on the 4-wheel drives. I guess it's all owner preference, but in my opinion, 2-wheel drive is down, 4-wheel drive is up, or let it the same as the way it came. That's the way I am. So, what do you got, Justin? I know you want to lower a Tahoe.
Air ride everything.
Yeah.
I don't care what it has.
Yeah.
Or if you can afford it, any level lift. That new lift kit that they have where it can drop at 3 inches or lift at 9.
Oh yeah.
If I could afford something
Yeah.
like that, I would do that because I can drop it from 3 inches from stock ride height to 9 inches over stock height.
Mm-hmm.
Time to change the oil.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Well, there's a video going out there. It's funny that you brought up concrete in the bed of a truck because this guy had any level lift F350 Platinum, no tarp, just filled the entire trunk to the brim with concrete, and then he wanted to test if any level lift could lift it up and down.
Mm-hmm.
It could after you put 48 volts to it.
I'm drawing a blank. What's the name of the company that makes the lift kit for the Rams with the air ride? You know
Kelterman.
what? Kelderman air ride. Yeah, Kelderman air ride. They make a good kit. I see they're making them for semis now.
Really?
Front axles. Yep. Yeah. Anything else, Justin?
No. I
No?
mean, I just like if it's my daily, I like to have it a little bit higher in winter so I'm not busting
Yeah.
anything up. And then in summertime, to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way my mom was. We had gotten a bad accident when I was probably 12 years old, and my brother was pretty young, and he had a friend along, and she had an 84 Chevy Blazer, and we were going down Franklin Street, and somebody ran the stoplight by the old Associated Bank there
Mhm.
and T-boned us. And when they T-boned us, it bent the frame, and I had been sitting where my leg was inside the door in the seat. I kind of sat funny, and it kind of pinned. It hit more behind me, but it
Ooh.
pinned my leg a little bit. But then my brother's friend, where the top of them Blazers would bolt down, it was like bolted to the quarter panel where
Yep.
the fiberglass.
This is a
you know-
K5, right?
Yep, and there was a metal trim on there, and when his head went like this, it slammed his ear, and it split his ear wide open. And she said ever since then she wouldn't buy anything that was lower to the ground because that car went under us
Oh,
instead of hitting us right in the door. You know what I mean? It went under and bent the frame, and we were on top of her hood. So after that time, she just said she always had taller vehicles after that. She replaced it with another, I think it was an 86 Blazer, and then she went to a 97 Tahoe, and it was always a 4-wheel drive taller vehicle after that. It kind of stuck with her after that accident that time. So
Makes sense. Never really thought of it like that.
yeah. So she sacrificed the fuel mileage and stuff to be safer, I guess, to be in a bigger vehicle. So number 2 is Laura Seehaver. She's got another another doozy here for us, like she always
Why?
does. So
Thought we were kicking them out of this.
yeah.
Yeah.
we were trying to, but we need some more feedback. I got to go with Matt Vetting, Laura Seehaver, Daytona Seehaver, Andrew Seehaver,
John
Austin
Betting.
Cortons, John Vetting. We got to get some more people commenting. Chris Genti is another one that's very religious on commenting on our posts. So we'll get another interactive post out there, and we're looking for some more feedback on what you guys want to know.
Please put in there that the Seehafers are banned.
We might kick this one off the podcast if this keeps
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Right.
So
it's his fault.
So what Laura wants to know this week is what's your greatest fear and how do you manage it? What the fuck just went by? Did a B-52 bomber just fly over?
Sounded like it.
Christ.
It's lame.
Who wants to start with that one? What's your greatest fear and how do you manage it? Anybody want to start?
You want me to go first every time one of my family members asks a question?
Yeah, damn right. You go first.
Yeah, that should be the rule. Yeah, that should be the rule.
Remember that one, Matt? You read Matt's.
Yeah.
That's Keith.
Yeah.
Keith's family.
Mhm.
I don't know. Biggest fear of drowning. I don't like water. I don't know. I can doggy paddle like a motherfucker, but I can't swim.
You don't like water, but yet you fucking ice fish?
Oh, trust
Yeah?
me.
That bothers you out there?
There's people that go out there on like a half inch, 1 inch. Fuck no. There's
Yeah.
got to be a solid 4 for me to go out
Yeah,
there. Like,
okay.
Solid 4 is pretty average.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
True
Good way to
story.
test it.
So how do you manage that, Chris? Just
I don't know. It's common sense. I like plan shit out before I do it. Like whenever you drive a vehicle out on ice, you make sure your windows are down.
yeah,
And your doors are
yeah,
unlocked. So if this
yeah.
shit starts to go down, you can bail. But
There was a girl I used to date in high school. Her family went through the lake on Silver Lake, and their dog didn't get out. But every time we were riding around in a car and we went over a bridge, it bothered her. Even if it was midsummer, she just didn't like going over the water and stuff. So I can understand fully why,
Right.
go through a
Okay.
tragic event like that. Your car goes through the ice, but yeah.
when we were pulling my shanty off of Cedar this past winter, there was like maybe 4 to 6 inches of slush on top, and overnight where we drove the day before, it was frozen, but there was ruts. Man, I have a TikTok video Andrew recorded. That was sketchy as fuck because I got to that rut and the truck just went, and I'm like,
Oh shit, yeah.
"Whoa!" There I am, fucking hightailing it.
Yeah.
Man. Oh, I
When
was
in doubt,
scared
throttle
shitless.
out.
When in doubt, throttle out.
So
Yeah.
I was driving right at an island. I'm like, I'm getting to that fucking island.
Yeah.
Like,
Especially if that's one of your fears. Holy shit.
yeah.
And we're gonna find out more things about each other that we shouldn't know,
Yeah.
right? Who's next?
Keith,
Keith, you got a
Yeah.
fear?
Yeah, heights. I just stay on the ground to overcome it.
Yeah. 2 feet planted. Yeah.
that a boy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Common sense at its finest.
No
Yeah.
wonder why it takes you so long to get up that ladder.
You're up.
I have no idea.
You don't have nothing yet? Still thinking? You're not afraid of anything?
Well, I am. I just don't know what my biggest one is.
Oh.
Pick one.
Being happy.
Hey, speaking of that, not to get off the subject, I'll give you time to think.
Okay.
I noticed you're using your boom mic this week.
Yeah.
Why ain't you holding?
Somebody mounted it back up. I don't want to be mean and take it back off and make
Oh.
them mount it again.
Well, I thought you were going to hold. Here, I went and got you a fancy new mic stand this week.
Damn.
I went-
Podcast over.
I went and ordered this fine mic stand for you since you were holding your mic so nice last week. And now you're using your boom mic, and I just thought I'd do something nice for you and get you this.
I want to point out the fact that you just pulled that from underneath Chris,
It's
and it's very warm feeling.
it's
I
very,
wiped it off.
It's very realistic though.
You do know, I know that's from Matt's toolbox, right?
Uh-huh. Matt's grandpa made that.
Isn't it an actual shifter?
It's an actual replica of his grandpa's penis. Bet you didn't know that.
Impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Runs in the family.
That was mom's side. So yeah, I guess we'll use that next time. I guess so. Here you
Put
go.
it behind him. This time.
Here you
That
go.
was kind of putting a kink in my back, if you know what I mean.
I'm gonna move that just in case we have to cut any of that out.
You're up now.
Well, don't say that after that. I really don't know what would be the biggest one. I mean, there's a lot of things that you guys brought up. I guess dying would be one of them, or losing somebody close to you unexpectedly would suck. Disappointment would be something along those lines.
No fear of ghosts.
No, they gotta live somewhere too.
Oh, Casper.
With
No,
all the action he gets.
Yeah. No.
no, he can come.
Hmm.
Whatever.
Biggest fear is your arm getting tired, right?
Or losing his right arm.
Yeah.
That would be.
Oh,
one
stranger.
Yeah.
God. Jesus Christ.
What's yours?
I I don't know. I don't really have a fear of fire, drowning, or anything like that, or dying. I mean, I would say life goes on, but technically it doesn't. But I would say letting someone change who I am, just becoming somebody I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
Attaboy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good one.
How do I overcome that? Fuck everyone else.
That's true story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Do whatever makes you happy. Yeah.
For sure.
What about you, Chad?
Oh, I have to go.
Damn right.
I was trying to get out of this.
No.
I tried that, didn't work.
Because I got a real deep one for you guys, and it bothers me for a long time, and it still bothers me. You know, all the things that happened in life and all the people I lost. Every once in a while, I'll get this thought where, you know, what if I'm not here to see that tree, or I'm not here to see that car, or I'm not here to see my friends? You know what I mean? And I'll actually get warm and feel like I'm gonna pass out because I'm so afraid of dying. And it ain't really the dying that scares me. It's what happens after we're dead.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
What you miss?
well,
Or...
no, what's gonna happen? The unknown about what happens when we're gone. You know, we've been preached to our whole lives that if you believe in God, there's a place for you after you're gone. You know, you're gonna see your family, you're gonna see your pets that you lost, you're gonna see everything that you've missed out on in the people that you've lost. But the thing that always sticks with me is what if not? What if it's just black, and when we're dead, and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that bothers me still to this day. There'll be days I'll start thinking about that shit.
Like now?
No, it hasn't hit me. Like sometimes it hits me and I like lock up.
Okay.
And I gotta sit and talk to myself. Like I'll sit there and I'll be like, knock it off. It's fine. You know, to calm myself down. But you think when you really start thinking into it, what is for us after this place? You know what I mean? And that scares the shit out of me if I can't see people. And
you're given that expectation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So the expectation, not following through on that expectation,
So
for whatever reason.
So mine would be, I'm afraid of death. Like deathly afraid of death. You know.
All of the time, I could probably said this as my biggest fear, but I think about not seeing Andrew, what he's gonna do with his life.
Yep. When you're
what
gone.
Daytona's gonna do with her life, you know.
You know, not being here doesn't bother me. It's that exact fact, Chris, that okay, I'm gone, but I want to let that person know that I'm still there spiritually, and I'm seeing what you're doing. And the only thing that makes it positive for me is the things that I sense that my dad's doing yet. You know what I'm saying?
Tapping you on the shoulder
Yeah,
when you're welding?
yeah. That story, you know, that it calms me a little bit. But Christ, back in the day when that stuff all happened, and right after he died, I'd be driving down the road and I'd start to lock up. I get warm and I'm like, holy fuck, what happens to us? You know?
Yeah.
So,
Fucking Laura.
yeah.
Ban all Seehavers.
Yeah. Yeah.
From commenting.
Yeah, it
Fuck
sucks.
you, I'm out.
But that's what we're here for. We're here to tell the truth, and we're here to tell what we feel, and you know that's what's gonna make us all closer, I guess, as a group. You know, so these are good questions.
Fucking women.
You gotta answer them as truthful as you can. You know, so yeah. So you look at it like what happens someday if we're not able to do this podcast because
Somebody will fill in.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Somebody would.
what a crude motherfucker.
If
Right,
I go
it sounds like a
tomorrow,
fucking
I
production
would
factory.
want you guys to continue on.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
getting. I guess
Yeah.
somebody
Yeah.
would fill in, and,
Yeah.
and you know,
No, that's just Chris's chair.
we'll get one of those like
Yeah, for a little while. Right?
cardboard
You know what I mean?
things.
Push it back.
Yeah.
That chair belongs to Chris.
Yeah.
Get a new chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, put his hat on
It's
it.
starting to freak
Yeah.
me out now. Let's change the subject.
What weekend at Burns
Yeah,
is
I'm
it?
starting to get fucking warm again, and you know I'm starting to shake. So let's just go on to something else, you know.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, here. Yeah, what's Seehaver SNS question?
no, we're
Oh,
going
good.
we're going to our.
God.
We have 2 guest viewers today live in our
Oh.
audience. So Chris's son Andrew's here, and my son John Vetting's here, and he had a question
Johnny Bravo.
last week that I skipped on because I wanted to save it. He asked, John Vetting asked, what's your favorite hobby and what's your most memorable moment from that hobby that you like so much? You know, I mean, you play golf like Keith, what you get a hole in one, and yeah, I guess that's what John's trying to get out of us is what's your favorite hobby and what's one of the best moments of that hobby. So I guess I got to start because it
Or
was
Keith.
my family or Keith.
Keith, good.
You got something, Keith? Or you still you start?
Yeah, I've been really into golf, and the thing for me is like, you're never the best. You're always able to get better with it, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a game that you can never conquer. Is kind of what's intriguing for me.
What's your
So
most
what's your most memorable moment?
The time that you hit it in the bunker and then you took a shit in the bunker like a fucking cat and
Cover it up.
scratched around and covered it up. Is that your most memorable?
At 7 Lakes.
What's your most?
Allegedly.
Yeah, it's Chad Brown sitting there going, "Oh, was that?"
Probably not the first one or the last.
I don't really know. I haven't been playing it for super long, so I don't really have a.
Well, you have a course that you played that struck a memory or a shot that you did that stands out in your head, something like that.
The drive the other day where you hit us, it would have went another 30 feet, but he hit the cart.
Yeah, Daytona parked the cart in the wrong spot.
You should have hit it in a different spot.
Yeah.
No,
Also,
Yeah.
She parked it in the woods.
Yeah, she was 30 yards off the green or off the fairway, but
She was over by the sandbox taking a shit in the bucket.
no, the middle of the fairway. Thanks, thank you very much.
Yeah.
But,
That is a bad spot to park. What the hell?
yeah, I
usually
know.
they're like, oh, I can't hit it that far. And all of a sudden, holy shit, I hit it that far.
I hit Chris.
From what I'm getting out of this is golf shit. It's boring. You have no memorable moments with golf. Is what I'm getting out of
No, I
this.
said I haven't been playing it long enough.
Oh. But you're pretty damn good at it. From what I see in the Father's Day weekend, you definitely take pride in what you do, and that's definitely your hobby that you love. So I will say that. Who's next? I gotta go next.
Yeah. Get the vettings done. It's a family
All
question.
right. Mine would be with this very race car right here that John drives now. I built that car in 04 in our house garage. Started with a bare frame. Built it with 4 torpedo levels. Welded it to some big jack stands and spray painted where the jack stands were on the floor. And every time I put a tube in, I made sure it was straight and level. And had a lot of help from my brother and a good friend of mine back in the day, Ryan Miller. He borrowed me a bunch of tools. Built that car. Ran it in 05 and we ran at Chilton Weekly, the old Chilton track there at the fairgrounds. And I know there's a lot of memories there, but my first real memorable thing with this hobby of racing that I love is winning my first feature in that car. And then going with everybody to cheers after to the bar. I remember still having my driving suit on and being on the dance floor and everybody's yelling, "Winner, winner, chicken dinner." And guys are spraying their beer bottles at me and I was covered in beer and going outside at the end of the night and sitting on the tongue of the open trailer and just puking my guts out because I was celebrated a little too much, and then came home and got out of the truck. And I remember my brother telling me, "Get in the house, don't get in the house." And my brain was telling my legs to work, but my legs weren't working, and I'm laying in the grass and the mosquitoes are biting me. And he's like, "Dude, come on, get up." And I could not get myself to get up. Finally, I don't know if I got a burst of energy. I got up and I swung her out this way, swung out around a light pole, whipped the door open, first steps in or downstairs, and I passed out on the couch. She came down there, checked on me, and I remember Angie opening the door the next morning. She opened the door and slammed the door, and it smelled like stale beer and sweat, and it was just it was disgusting. But yeah, that will stick with me for a long time, was winning that feature. And there was a lot of cars out there back in the day. I think it was an average of 44, 45 cars. We were running D mains, C mains out there to get to the feature. And it was a big feat to win that early in my career and win a feature, in a car that I built from scratch. So went on, and a lot of people drove that car, and a lot of different drivers won features in there. And now I'm excited to see John win one. He won a B main here a couple of weeks ago, and I think he's on the verge to doing well in that car again and being as old as that car is and still be competitive today. It's pretty cool to see. So who else has got something?
I would say mine's camping.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go camping again. Yeah.
Yeah, it's what I've done forever.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of years.
So I was going to ask you last episode, when you go camping, do you go in a tent?
No.
Oh, because it's fucking intense when you go in a tent.
Yep. It is. It's a lot of work. Yeah. No, I would say camping. Most memorable was
Why are we laughing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I know why. There you go.
I fucking hate you.
You ever have sex in a tent?
I mean, I'll be here all
Yeah.
night.
You ever have sex? Hey, you're going camping this weekend.
Yeah.
You ever have sex in a tent?
I'm not going to this camping trip, but I have.
It's fucking intense, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's fucking intense.
Laura and I
Huh.
at the Fall Classic one year in a tent, and it was fucking pouring.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we were like floating in there.
It's like a waterbed.
Oh no. She was pregnant with Daytona.
Well, then she couldn't get pregnant again, so why not, right?
It was like October, so it was 2 months before she fucking popped her out. She still remembers that day too.
Yeah.
That's her most memorable camping.
Yeah, camping memories, right? So camping, the Olympics,
Mount Rushmore was cool.
Mount Rushmore.
I bet.
You don't have any other hobbies that you?
Not really.
No,
Having an attitude.
He wins every night.
an attitude.
Fuckers, you're gonna investigate me the way you guys talk about all I
I cut most of it out.
When's your next expedition in a new camper?
4th of July,
4th of July. Where are you going?
Mom and Dad's, Give Her by the River.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
35 years this year.
35
34?
years. I heard there's a band out there in fireworks again this year.
I don't know, maybe.
Oh.
I don't know.
I was hoping so.
Fireworks at my house this year.
Your dad was getting like Skid Row or something. I heard.
I don't think so. I don't think he might get skid
Kiss,
marks.
kiss, kiss.
If he could, he would if he could.
Yeah,
Yeah. Him and Wade would be all excited.
yeah, they'd be rock hard.
That's got to be the name of a band, Skid Marks.
Skid marks.
Some punk band.
Google
Gotta
it.
be.
Ah, don't Google it.
I can do it in incognito mode.
Yeah, I didn't mean to cut you short. Sorry.
Oh,
about
that's
that.
it. That's really. I mean, I don't really have any other hobbies.
What's the most memorable moment about camping?
The Mount Rushmore Olympics and
The
things
the
like
bigger
that.
trips,
Yeah.
the bigger ones.
Yeah. Showing my kid how what it's about.
That's what I was gonna say.
He really likes it. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I seen some snaps you sent me. He was trying to tow the camper with his bike.
yeah, that wasn't going so well. He needed a bigger bike or something. I don't
More
know.
horsepower.
Yeah.
Yeah. More torque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked what he was doing. I could pull the camper. I said, I don't think you're gonna pull the camper. Then he changed his tune to it's not gonna. Now it won't roll away. His bike.
Oh, yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
It was hooked to the camper. I'm
Yeah.
like, whatever. His imagination is great, but
Yeah, lock her up. Bad campground, huh?
he's 3, so
You're up.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's done.
Chris is done?
No, I didn't go yet.
Oh, you're next.
Okay. My hobbies, photography, cameras, and all that kind of stuff. Mine would be the first time that I was able to do like a nice real photo shoot with my kid.
Oh shit! I thought he was going a different direction.
I thought he was gonna do that boudoir. But I was gonna hope he was saying boudoir.
Yeah,
or
that's
whatever.
what I'm like. Oh yeah, the first time he got to do it, he's like my kid. I'm like,
Why do you think I bought
that's
that?
special. Don't do it.
Why do you think I got my little camera?
Yeah.
No, yeah. Doing the first few photos of Ryder when he was still in the NIC unit, and we could get him out of the incubator and stuff, and really get him with us, holding him and stuff.
Yeah.
I'd say that was the best.
Yeah.
That just sounds like a memorable experience, no matter what it is.
Mhm.
That was the first thing I shot my new camera on. But the first camera that I actually took photography a lot more serious was I waited for Ryder. Well, waited for the doctors to say I could take him out and hold him and stuff.
Cool.
You got to find a new camera here. I see.
Yep.
Yeah. If you want to break that one in, I can get a bearskin rug out and lay naked in front of the fireplace for you.
Hammer time.
Hammer time.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's thinking about it. Look at that. Casper.
Chris,
It still
Mine's
wasn't a no.
also
that picture's in
racing.
my head now.
Yours is racing too.
Mine's also racing, yeah. Not from me racing, being able to pass it on to my children. I really don't remember Daytona's first win because she kind of had it easy, but Andrew had to race against all the older kids for like 2 or 3 years, like Keith and
Like
John
this guy and that
and
guy.
Daytona and Colin. and-
Yeah. Yeah.
So when he won his first feature in the go kart, I don't know. That was I have a picture of that on my screensaver.
Yeah.
Where Daytona's jumping, I'm fucking
Yeah.
waving the checker flag because I was a flag man. I don't know. That was just a really
That's funny, Chris, because I remember watching these boys all grow up and
Yeah.
and develop, you know, and it was like Keith and John did their thing, and then the very next year it was like the competitiveness between them three. Andrew caught on, and that next year he excelled so much better, and it
Yeah.
was like a switch went off with him. You know, the early years he was doing this where he was looking behind him to see who was coming, and
Yeah.
and we're all coaching him to tell him not to do that no more. And that very next year after the boys moved up, Keith and John, Andrew took over that division, and I mean
Yeah.
he was on fire, and
He
you
won
could
7 of 9.
yeah it was huge.
Cheater.
It was cool.
Yeah, that's what they
Good
always
job,
say.
bud.
Yeah.
That's my most memorable moment was his first win. And then he won a championship. That was cool.
Yeah. And you had some with the race car too.
I only won one race with the race car.
It's okay. Chris, my friend Wade Belangi raced for 18, 19 years, and he never won a feature.
I never won a feature. It
He
was a
almost
feat
won one. Led the whole thing. My brother started towards the back with this car up here, and Wade's checked out, you know, and Dave Colbeck's standing by the fence with me, and we're watching, and, you know, Dave always helped Wade, and he's cheering Wade on, go Wade, and I'm grabbing Dave's shirt, and I'm like, Matt's coming, he's coming. And Wade got to the point where he got comfortable being out front, and it was kind of like he put the cruise control on, and he was just hitting his marks, and Matt's sailing in the corner, and he's driving in deep. Sure shit, with like 2 to go, Matt passed him and stole his only feature away. And Wade reminds him
Oh,
of it
yeah.
every fucking time he sees him. He's like, "You son of a bitch, you stole my trophy," you know. But it was that, I'll remember that for a long time too. Was that day, and you know, and all 4 of us guys, Wade, Dave, me, my brother, we're all very close yet, and them guys come and help us at the races currently. And I hope someday that, you know, we got an extra car around here, I could get them guys in the seat again. I'd like to see Dave run some laps again. I'd like to see Wade run some laps, and kind of have a community car, get Chris
Yeah.
behind the wheel again, and just have a car to fuck off, take to the track. And we ain't running for points, but we're here to get the guys that used to run
Yeah.
some memories again, you know. Can't let that shit fade. So
Right.
all right, with that, we're gonna go into Keith's Cleaning Corner. He's got another product spotlight for us this week. What do you got for us, Keith?
Well, Bam Blast. It's a foaming degreaser. Really good for cleaning engines and trannies before you paint them, or just in general. Engine bays, wheel wells, works very good. This very product, $6.99 on Amazon, eBay, in store here.
That's
Yeah.
cheap.
Yeah, that is good stuff. I want to point out that stuff you can also spray on tire marks on the side of your race car, and it will help take the tire marks off
Huh.
when the guys rub up against your graphics.
I always kind of like the tire.
Yeah, it makes it look racy. You know what I mean? But yeah, stop in. We got all these Wabam products here.
Yeah.
Buy them off the shelf. Order them. We'll ship them to you. Ryan and the team over there at Wabam, they got some good stuff. They got a good thing going. We've been on board with them for a long time. And like I said, we use that shit here because it works. Simple. I mean, if it don't work, we throw it in the garbage and we move on to the next product. But we've had Wabam for a long time because we believe in what they do. And simply the stuff works. It does exactly what it says it's supposed to do. So,
Wabam!
Wabam! Bam! How about we talk about some more racing cars?
Yeah.
That's what I got left here on my list. VC sponsored race cars this week.
Yo.
Brett Wenzel with his stock car. He was at Sturgeon Bay at the Hill. He got 6th in the heat and another runner-up spot in the feature.
Another one.
Yeah, 14 positions he moved up.
Holy shit.
Passed a lot of cars. From what I seen, Eric Malik ran his stock car at 141 at the Clash of the Creek. That's that modified special. He was 2nd in the heat and 4th in the feature. So that was a hell of a run for Eric. Justin Green, I didn't see he ran his late model anywhere. We got Ryan Pafford ran a sport mod at Plymouth. He got a 1st place finish in the heat race and then ended up 15th in the feature. Josh McDonald also ran his street stock at Plymouth. They had a special down there for street stocks, which is neat. We wanted to get down there, but with Sturgeon Bay running, and then we had a couple issues with our hauler. But Josh ended up running Plymouth, and he got second in the heat and finished ninth in the feature. He had some engine problems with it cutting out and missing, so he pulled off so he didn't wreck nothing. Gavin Dyer ran his kart again. He was down at Route 66 Raceway. It said it was his first regional race in the junior kart division. He qualified first, fast time out of everybody. He had third place in both of his heat races, and then he was running third in his feature, and he made contact with a wall, which ended his night. But he had a good thing going down there. So Pat Holschbach also ran his Pro Street diesel pulling truck. He ran at the Mackville Nationals there. I seen that they moved it from Mackville at the church up to the Seymour Fairgrounds this year.
It's
So
getting
they
too
had
big from
too
what they
big,
said.
too many people. And then, all them people venturing over to that damn strip club in Mackville there. He's
It's right
been,
across the street.
yeah, it's the only town I know where there's a church, a strip club, and a bar all on
The same intersection.
intersection. Yeah.
There has to be somewhere in Wisconsin where the same building's a church, a strip club, and a bar.
Maybe.
That's more like Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other corner would be a wedding chapel there.
Yep.
So Pat did decent there. He sent me some snaps. Pat's like everybody else. He strives to be the best, and he's got me looking for some things for him to help him out. But he was disappointed with his finish, and I think for that competition up there, he did very well. He got 7th out of 11 trucks. I know that's not what Pat wants. Pat's out there to win. He's got some problems. He was telling me that they can't run beadlocks on them trucks, and he's actually spinning the rims in the tires. So we're on the hunt for something to help him, and I think I'll get it figured out for him. We'll help him out with that problem too. So, in closing, you guys got any final thoughts tonight?
No. What are you doing this weekend?
This weekend tonight we're gonna work on go-karts. We got some motor swaps to do. The boys are gonna go down a division. We lost a lot of outlaw karts this year, and the cart count is really low. It's only Keith and John, so they're gonna put box stock motors back on. And there's a kart race tomorrow down in Plymouth. So Keith, John, and Marcella are all gonna race Saturday, and then Sunday's probably grass cutting day, or maybe a trip to Angel Park, or we'll figure it out, But
Saturday we gotta try to get to 141
I seen that too.
after the start.
Yeah, yeah. Late models.
Speaking of which, you should probably start adding Marcella to your
Oh, yeah.
custom.
Race cars. Yeah,
Sponsor.
that's right. Yeah. She's actually the point leader in the youth division this year. So she's taking over Andrew's spot there.
Yep. With
Yeah.
Andrew's cart.
With Andrew's cart. Yeah. Yeah. So you're going camping?
Yep.
Still to that exclusive campground I was telling Brad about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
You want to take that along with you?
No.
Carry it first class, if you know what I mean.
Door County it is, huh?
Yep.
Well, too bad we ain't racing up at Door County this weekend. You could join us, or I could join
ride
you.
her out.
Yeah.
You just want to join the roommate.
How far away from the track is that?
Where's the campground?
I have no fucking idea.
Oh, he's just
I
along
mean,
for a ride.
We
Yeah.
can go and camp there
Yeah.
on a race weekend.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'll check.
Yeah.
I don't even know where in Delaware County we're going.
I know we talked about that next week, just staying up there with the hauler. Bring the grill along. If we can't park at the fairgrounds, we're just going to park in the Quick Trip. Or maybe go to the Walmart or something. Have a parking lot party.
Hells yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a squad of trucks there at a parking lot party.
Parking lot party in Sturgeon Bay. We do live podcasts from the Walmart.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Easy, Chris.
There's a lot of dandies there. There's good people watching.
So what else are you doing? Anybody else doing anything cool?
I'm probably going to be doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
So.
Keith's doing what I'm doing. You're ripping on a garage.
Ripping down a garage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
With what? Bulldozer? Skid
Skid
steer?
loader.
Skidster.
Oh, that'll be a good
Yeah.
time.
And it's supposed to be 90 fucking degrees.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's got AC.
You got 8, yeah.
I hope it does.
Yeah.
Nope.
Otherwise, I'm gonna be in there my skibbies running that some bitch.
underwear with his nipples out.
You might have to give him the
Sounds
mic
good,
stand.
Yeah, you see that one?
I don't want to touch it.
I don't think it's been in anything. It's just
I fucking hope not.
this hole here is for a glow stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You want that back? You might need that in the skid steer. You can put that on the handle.
No,
or
no.
I mean, his grandpa's balls were in the mold to make it.
Sure.
Well, put that back in your toolbox for
That's
another
a
day.
weird way of remembering your grandfather.
You're not wrong.
Matt's got all sorts of
But
tools.
that's where you got your humor from.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the
His grandpa made that a Kohler in a mold.
goofy shit he used to do.
Can you imagine getting caught with your pecker in the sand mold? Imagine. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I ain't got anything else for you guys. I think we could end it there, huh? What do you think?
Yeah.
Thanks
All
for
right.
watching.
Remember, thanks for watching. Every day is a gift. God bless you all. Love you all. Let's,
Put your comments what we should talk about next time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
Good. I got to piss.
Enjoy YouTube. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
You were gonna know.